That was Bhavtosh getting an award from DK Shivakumar as he makes his way to the Enforcement Directorate office in the national capital. Priyank, now, like Bhavtosh just pointed out, this is about the alleged donation purportedly made to young Indian. His brother too has been summoned, and interestingly, all this comes at a time when the Congress's Bharat Jodo Yatra has entered Karnataka as well. So given the political optics, this is going to be of utmost importance, the kind of questioning that we see and the number of hours he's going to spend today at the ED office.
But why this?
See, Christine, the Congress party is certainly trying to link this something with the Bharat Jodo Yatra, but it's a 3-month-long yatra, and for this time period, obviously, the investigation agency cannot sit idly. Mr. Shivakumar is still inside this particular cabin, which is for making the passes for him. But time and again, initially when he spoke to Niyamika, while he was leaving from his residence or while he was present here, he was talking about that he has come to join the investigation, but there was nothing specific which has been told by Mr. Shivakumar with respect to what has been the funding pattern, why this money was given when there were no staff, why the ownership was changing. Mr. Shivakumar had allegedly, and a few other members of the party had allegedly given funding to Young India. So these are the basic answers on which he was not giving clear answers, and I would expect that if he is too open, then certainly he should give these details to the investigating agencies, and if that does happen, certainly the ED can take strict action against any individuals who is coming and joining the investigation and not coming out with the detail, because most of the time in financial transaction investigation, Christine, the agencies have some document they just need to corroborate with several individuals whosoever's name come up during the course of investigation. If that does not happen, then certainly the trouble can increase for those people who can join investigation. Yesterday we saw two of the members of the Congress party from the state of Telangana came here for joining the investigation. Today we are talking about those Congress party leaders from the state of Karnataka, and till 10th what we are expecting that 3 more leaders, Shabir Ali, Sudhakar Reddy, and 1 more leader from the Congress party from the state of Telangana will be coming and joining the investigation with respect of the funding which was done in Young India by these Congress party leaders.
All right, Niyamika, now if we talk about DK Shivakumar and his role in the National Herald case, he's been questioned in this case for the very first time, but it was only on the 19th of September that he was questioned by the same agency, by the Enforcement Directorate in the disproportionate assets case as well.
That's absolutely right. Even this thing is also being mentioned by DK Shivakumar in his bite that this is for the second time when the Enforcement Directorate has summoned him, and he has also mentioned that he has no clue on what basis he has been questioned in this money laundering case related to the Young Indian National Herald matter, but he has said that because he is a law-abiding citizen, he has come here, he is ready to appear before the Enforcement Directorate. However, he has also mentioned that he has had made an appeal to the Enforcement Directorate officer that because he has some responsibilities as a politician as well, so they should give they should allow him to exempt this questioning by the Enforcement Directorate, because Bharat Jodo Yatra is going on in the state of Karnataka. So for that matter, he had made a request before the Enforcement Directorate, but that appeal has been turned down by the ED, and he has said that the officer has told him to come and to appear before him for the questioning in this National Herald matter, and that is the reason why he is here, and he along with his brother DK Suresh has also left from their residence, and they have reached the Enforcement Directorate to appear before the ED officer regarding this matter. But he has mentioned that he has no clue on what basis he and his brother has been questioned, and but he had also said that he is ready to give all the details before the media after he come out of the ED office, and what all questions will be asked from him. He is ready to speak about all these matters to the media.
All right, Bhavtosh, let's put this in the larger perspective of the Enforcement Directorate conducting its own set of investigation in the National Herald case. It started with the questioning of Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi. Thereafter came the searches at the Young Indian office. Mallikarjun Kharge, senior Congress leader, was questioned by the agency as well. And just yesterday, 2 Congress leaders from Telangana were quizzed by the Enforcement Directorate.
Yes, in fact, it was raids and searches that were carried out by the Federal Probe Agency in August that in fact gave them some leads about shell companies that continuously pumped money into young Indian way beyond 2011-2012, the period when the investigation in this case started, till 2014-2015, and in some cases beyond even that. Now these shell companies, leads have been got about them, and that's the reason why Congress leaders from Telangana and Andhra Pradesh were called in. In fact, the list is very long. The list consists of 14 names. We all know about Geeta Reddy and Anil Kumar, who were called in yesterday. It's about alleged donations that have been made by Congress leaders. The question is whether these donations were directly made by them through their known source of income, whether they had also allegedly misused some shell companies to make these donations, and that's the reason why Enforcement Directorate is calling them. Even earlier when DK Shivakumar was called in for questioning, his source of income about that 25 lakh rupees was asked, and even today we asked him specifically about the donations that he made. He refused to answer that question, and saying that he will answer all the questions once he comes out. He said it's a law of the land and that he has to follow because he's being summoned again and again. When we asked whether it's linked to the fact that Bharat Jodo Yatra is getting very popular down south and particularly in Karnataka, he did not answer that question. But both brothers are here. DK Shivakumar is Karnataka's tallest leader as far as Congress is concerned. The fact is that Mallikarjun Kharge, when he was asked to hand over the keys of Young Indian office, he did not have any employee. Now that's the status of Young Indian. You have only the directors and no employee. But Young Indian virtually took over the assets of Associate General, which runs into 2,000 crore rupees, prime property spread across the country. And that's where the hitch lies as far as this case is concerned. A company takes over assets of Associate General worth 2,000 crore rupees just for 50 lakh rupees. And that's the reason why senior Congress leaders are in dock and they are being continuously called by the Enforcement Directorate. Back to you.
All right, Priyank, now if we talk about today's summons, an attempt was made by DK Shivakumar, isn't it, to postpone the date of the Enforcement Directorate questioning him, citing the Bharat Jodo Yatra?
Yes, certainly. That's what he has said, that he wanted to join the investigation on 23rd, and he stated it to the IO that it's the questioning should be delayed. But certainly, as we know, that it's a long time period for which the yatra will go on. It's approximately 60 days of time period as far as my knowledge is concerned about the yatra will be going on. So for that time period, certainly the agencies would not have waited. What is it happening right now? That the ED might have come up with some more sort of documented fact which is certainly not going in favor of these Congress leaders. That's why 7 of the leaders from the state of Karnataka and Telangana, to be very precise, and all of them are senior leaders of the party, are being called in at the headquarters here in the national capital. So that is itself a big embarrassment for the Congress party. While they are talking about Bharat Jodo in the southern part of the country, the leaders from the Congress party from South India are being called here in the national capital with respect to a money laundering case. So on one side, the Congress is stating about what they want to achieve. On the other side, the agencies are getting more and more proof regarding the conduct of these people, how they transferred money, why they transferred money is something for which they are being questioned. I imagine a company which had only the directors to be for people like Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, did not have any employee when the premises were searched and the premises were sealed few months back when we had also visited there. So that itself shows that there were shell companies which were pumping in money, which was routed to various other means, and that was going into bank account of some individual who need to be brought into picture before the court of law, for which the agencies are trying to find out. But as you rightly said, while the yatra is going on, 7 of the senior local leaders of the Congress party being called into the national capital within a week time to report their statement in the case of money laundering is very embarrassing situation, I would say, for the Congress party.
All right, an embarrassing situation for the Congress party indeed, and the timing of it all also extremely interesting. Niyamika, any reactions that you're picking up from other senior Congress leaders, most of whom are currently in Karnataka itself? Remember, this is an election-bound state to begin with, and the kind of optics that are at play, talk about Rahul Gandhi braving the rains, really sending out a larger message, or anything else that remains to be seen. So we'll try and pick up more Congress reactions as well.